What's up, everybody? Today is part 3 of getting my daughter's bed frame built. We have to build another bed rail, and then I have 3 boards for the top that will kind of put everything else together. You watched any of the videos, I was doing all the cutting like right outside of my garage in front of my house, and all that ended up doing was making a complete mess of people tracking crap into our house and back. So today I'm gonna be doing the cutting and stuff on the side of my house. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything moved over to the side of the house where I can do some cutting. So let me do that, watch the intro, and by the time that's done, I'll have everything moved over there, so. Okay, so we need to go ahead and just get 3 boards really quick, ripped into 76-inch length pieces. That's gonna be for the top. So I'm just gonna cut these 2 and 1 more, and then we'll have that done. And then the last thing that we'll have to do will be build the bed rail on the side that she will enter her bed on. So on that one, we're only gonna build about half the length of the other one. So let's get these ripped, and then we'll be done with this portion. Maybe we can even start putting it together today, and then we'll get that other portion built. Then all we have to do is start sanding it. So let's get that done. Just got our first 3 boards here cut. They're all at 76 inches a piece. These are going to be the ones that go across the top of the bed frame. So now we have both A-frames done. We have 1 bed rail done. And we have the 3 boards that are going to go across the top that tie everything together. The last bit that we have to work on is the last bed rail. The last bed rail is a little bit tricky because it's only going to be half of what the other bed rail is, because there's going to be an opening for Brooklyn to be able to crawl into her bed. So these boards still need to be Craig jigged on both ends. So I know that that portion needs to be done. I'm at one of those positions where I don't know exactly how I want to start the other bed rail quite yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these Craig jigged because I know they need to be done, and kind of let some of my thoughts bounce around in my head again until I can figure out exactly how I'm going to start the other bed rail. So let's go ahead and get these Craig jigged, and then hopefully by then I'll have a little bit better of an understanding how I'm going to start the other bed rail. So let's get it done. So my neighbor Casey showed up, and he's curious what this thing's gonna look like, and we are at a point where I can maybe start throwing these things together. So I'm grabbing these pieces, taking them on the side of the house, and not gonna fit. Put this thing together. All right.
Put it together, I guess. Let's see how it goes together.
All right, so we got the 2 end pieces. We got 1 bed rail section. Then I got these 3 boards here, which are gonna go across the top. So the plan is to put this thing together out here, 1 piece, and I'll just move it in and out of the garage for right now. Then once it's all together, I can sand it and stain it, let it dry in the garage before taking it apart, taking it back inside, and putting it back together. And I go to sand it, I can get rid of the sharp edges like this. And so when it's all together, I want to try and get as many of those types of sharp edges as I possibly can. So I figured that'd be the best way to put this thing together. So it's gonna look something.
What is that?
Will you come hold this one, babe? Alright. You guys
You have hair.
Yeah, I heard everything and thought you could.
Tell you everything I said? Alright. That's why she ran out.
She was hoping.
Come on, sis.
Clean it up and scoot her back. Put the pocket holes on the back side, because this is going to be the front side of the bed that you get it up there?
I got it off. I'm leaving this guy.
There's like a, you know, the bed in the box memory foam ones that are getting really popular. Get a twin up at Amazon for like
$160. They're actually on sale for $135 and you get another $15 off today. I tried to sleep in bed last
Do you like it? Does it look cool? Okay, come here. Show you what we're gonna do. Come here. So you see the bed rail? So we're gonna make another one, and it's gonna go right here, but it's gonna stop right here.
Why?
Because then it's gonna have a board that goes up right here, and then this whole thing right here, you're gonna be able to walk in, and you're gonna be able to jump on the bed, and jump, and jump, and jump, and jump on your bed. How's that sound? All right. So Casey just left. That was a ton of help. Him stopping by to help me, was able to have a second set of hands, hold everything up and get it all put together. So as you can see, everything is put together. I figured it was gonna be a lot easier to just put everything together outside. That way I could sand it and stain it outside, move it into the garage while it dries before taking it apart and put it inside. That way I don't have to worry about any wet stain or partially wet stain getting on the carpet. So I just decided to go about doing it this way. As you can see, the last bit I have to do is build the bed rail for this side that has the half opening. So I am going to get the last boards out I need to cut. I need to cut one more 76-inch piece, and then I want the opening to be pretty much exactly halfway. So half of 76 is what, 38? So at 38 inches, I'm gonna have a board that goes all the way up, which I measured out. It'll be 54 inches. And then once I have those two boards cut, I will need to cut the 38-inch top board for the bed rail, and then I'll have to cut the cedar boards in half and get however many cedar boards I need to finish the bed rail. Once that is complete, this entire bed will be complete, and then we can get to the next step, which will be sanding. So hopefully we can get that done in this video, and we'll save part 4 for sanding and staining. But let's get after. I want to get this thing done and accomplished. So here we go. Thank you. Cut this board at 76 inches. Did you say 76?
76.
Go this way. Pull. Look at that. Do it again. Look at that. 76. Can you cover your ears? Just like that. Good girl. Daddy cut it? You cover your ears?
Yeah.
Okay. Daddy gonna cut it, okay?
Okay.
Good job. Did you cover your ears? Good job.
This piece.
This one's gonna go in like So figuring up this last bed rail section, kind of difficult because you have to think about even spacing on the bed rail posts so that it all looks somewhat the same when you're looking at it. You don't want these bed rail posts here to be tighter together versus the spacing on these ones or the ones on the end cap. So what I've come up with is these end caps are 37 inches from board to board. So I was trying to figure out how long I want to do the bed rail on this side before I have the board that goes all the way up and have the opening. So I figured if I do 37 inches, I can do the exact same spacing for the posts as I did on the end caps. That way everything looks exactly the same. So right here, if you can imagine, 37 inches, this 2x4, or 2x3 actually, will go all the way up to the top, and this whole section right here will be the opening that she can walk in and out, which happens to be almost exactly half. So I think that's how we're gonna do it. So gonna cut my top board right here, which will be 37 inches exactly, measured from here to here, which is about 54. So I'll get those two boards cut, and then I'll have the frame, do my 18-inch cedar boards all the way across here, and then that bed rail will be done. All right, so just got this last piece knocked out here. As you can see, kind of a weird looking shape, but I'm gonna go ahead and get that mounted up, and then I'll just cut these cedar posts, and with it already mounted, I'll just go ahead and put the last 7 cedar posts in there while it's already mounted up. It is all put together except for the last bit of cedar posts. I am pretty happy with it.